Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're back with Final Fantasy XIV and on the buns and dealing with Black Mage quests. Right?
Maybe?
Yoo-hoo? Are you there?
Yes?
It's your quest line. You should know.
Sorry, I was distracted. I was thinking about explosions.
Such a Black Mage thing to do. Well, what part of the quest are we on? And we figure after finishing Black
we're
Mage
between.
quest, we'll go search for the good boy.
Yeah, we're between things.
So out this door.
Presumably. Yeah. Yeah, back to the,
Hearing both is a good thing, right? You're not like getting an echo or anything, right? I am paranoid of obs at this point.
I can't imagine why you would be. It's not as if it hasn't screwed up several times in the last couple of weeks.
With that said, I think I've got the scene switch so there won't be echo. I hope. I set that up before the start here.
Before the start here.
And that it won't be muted either. You're not helping.
I was helping?
No, you were not.
A cunning plan. Plan so cunning you could pin a tail on it and call it a weasel.
How weaselly.
Lalai has received an unexpected letter. Hi.
Oh, right, I need to read this. Give me a second. LaDonia, I've received a letter from the 269th Order
Mendicant.
Medica Diza. Right, it's kobolds.
Yeah.
The Moogle reach extends further than I realized, but that Diza contacted us suggests something very much amiss. I wait at Bronze Lake, it says, and no more than that. Perhaps somewhat cryptic, the letter's brevity suggests a sense of urgency. Please hurry to Bronze Lake and investigate the situation. I shall inform Zainethel of the development. Zaya Nelha. Zaya Nelha. Someday I'll get that little cat boy's name right. Though I doubt the fool can render much assistance, I gave my word that we would cooperate.
Yeah, pretty much repeat. Okay.
Right.
So if we're off to Bronze Lake, I suppose it's time to go to, Limsa.
Yes, we need to head to Limsa. Actually, it might be faster if we cut through the Gold Court. Oh well.
Maybe.
This place is a warren.
Also true.
You should feel right at home. I shouldn't say that. The buns here are actually tree folk.
Yes. And we ourselves are probably more city folk.
Yeah. Got run out of Damascus. No fun. And away we go.
Work, work.
Yes. Well, I hope everyone's day has been going well. What did we do today? We did things. I know I napped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, so...
But definitely better.
Yes, definitely better, and I definitely have an appetite, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign. Ooh, power outages are no fun.
Ooh,
well, you obviously have power now, or at least you're watching on your phone.
Yeah.
Wrong way.
Really?
Wrong way.
Oh, right.
Wrong way.
I was wondering
there you go.
I was heading for the Silver Bazaar docks.
Yeah, no, that will not get you to there from the...
Yeah, where does that one go?
Like halfway through this tunnel segment.
Really?
Yeah.
No wonder the Silver Bazaar is dying. They really need a better shipping service.
Oh, accidents do happen. And of course, the more people and the more stressed they are, the more likely they're to make mistakes. It's just the way of the world.
I thought the way of the world was more balance.
It was nice this afternoon. I actually got on Occam's and did a Tower of Zot run. Poor Raya was not enjoying it because Occam's is a very aggressive tank.
And not geared for it.
And not geared for it.
Squishy Dirk Knight fits the trope very well.
Yes. He is the trope.
So faster straight through, or go upstairs and then exit the city?
Which way are we going?
North, since it'd be Camp Bronze Lake.
Straight through. I remember when SUVs used to be little things.
Well,
at most the size of a late 80s pickup truck, yeah. Which was not a big thing. But unfortunately, a combination of people think they're safer in them when they're not. They're actually less safe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken the place of station wagons.
Kind of. A lot of it, and especially the use of big ones, is more trying to say my paycheck is bigger than thou. And that was never really something people got station wagons for.
No.
Station wagons remained somewhat practical throughout their mainline existence. Let's see, so do I want west or east to get there better?
East. So go through the east gate over here.
Yep.
Yeah, the fact that they're raised up enough that they increase the chance of over vehicle.
Yeah.
It gets squirrely. This is why I like my little Scion Soul. It's nice, it's small, it's got a low mass to the ground.
I have to exit out here first, don't I? Yep.
Yeah. And it has the extra bonus that it was one of the few vehicles that I could drive safely because my leg would not get pinned between the steering column and the pedals.
Yes.
I always figured that was a bonus. The joy of having a short torso and super long legs. I am all legs. And Baron is very happy for it.
There we go. I'm here instead of in the camp itself.
Well, he is a kobold. They're not exactly welcome in Camp Bronze Lake.
This is true. Though not as unwelcome as Mamul Jaw.
But Jaw only want to dance!
Adunya, I am glad to see you. Pleased, happy, glad. Kazakh Cha has told me what happened. This is grim news. Yes, yes, grim news indeed. The man Kazakh Cha spoke of approached me, too. Spoke of the Defiant. Said he wanted my knowledge, wisdom, insight, knowledge. I told him I needed time to think, consider, ponder, think. I told him to return later. When he returns, we shall ambush him. Yes, yes, sound plan, I think. I told him to meet me northwest of Bronze Lake. I shall approach as normal, as bait. Dunya, you lie in wait. Ambush, hiding, wait. I can do this.
I'm following you.
You do this. I'm following my quest. And ignoring Zoridonite.
Oh, but he wants to play!
No, he'll have to find some other pretty adventurers to play with.
These do have their place, it's just not as luxury vehicles.
Yeah. I think someone else is doing this.
Wait here. Sit in the shade. Do I need to read something?
Not yet.
Okay.
Probably not. You! Are you the head of the Defiant? My name is Waldev, and you? You are descended from the First Order Patriarch Dagu, yes? Dagu was my ancestor, progenitor, forebear, ancestor. You know him? I've had opportunity to peruse a fascinating tome left by Kukuruka. In it, Dagu is mentioned as a confidant who assisted the master in his studies of the dark arts. It also states that Kukuruka intended to entrust the secrets of his research to those same confidants. I fully expect you to tell me all about these secrets.
Ooh, secrets!
Then you are wrong, mistaken, incorrect, wrong. I shall reveal nothing to the likes of you. I'm a busy man, Tazah. If you refuse to cooperate, I simply don't have time for you. Wait, where are you going? Yeah, you're walking out of the ambush. You might have made a powerful ally, but as an enemy, you cannot be suffered to live. Find out everything he knows, then kill him. Great. Excuse me.
Sounds like you need to interrupt their plans.
It's what I do.
You got this?
Probably.
I don't feel like punching people just yet. I'm just chilling.
It's fine. I have plenty of explosions to go around. Isn't that right, Daza? Thank you, Ladonia. Those Defiant didn't stand a chance. No chance at all. But Moldiv got away. Fled, escaped, got away. Ladonia, Lalai relayed to me what happened. These men, were they Defiant mages?
Maybe?
They said they were. You fool! You've killed every last one of them! How do you intend for us to question them now? Sorry, I don't have a stun setting on Fireball. I knew this would happen. You black mages are quick to wield your destructive powers, but rarely do you consider the consequences. We must return to Lalai. Do not think that I'll forget about what you've done here. Please don't. Please don't forget I'm a white mage, too. Were you not in full control of your powers? Did your magics run wild? Amok? Untamed? Wild? No, there's just no stun setting. Whatever the case, I do not know... I do know that you saved me. Rescued, protected, saved! Thank you, Ladonia. I owe you my life. You should hurry to Ul'dah. Much as you protected me from the Defiant, I suspect Lalai may benefit from protection from that Mikote. Yes, hurry to Ul'dah. Not a problem. Largely.
I'm gonna have to move from my spot, aren't I?
Hurry back to Ul'dah, Ladonia. Stop Lalai and Mikote from fighting. Quarreling, bickering, fighting. Yeah. You're gonna have to move. And somebody is still in Cine. Okay, then.
Long Cine.
Presumably that'd be the one I was just in. They're at the right spot for it.
They may have got called away.
They might have.
Or got disconnected.
There was no Pokeball. Presumably they are off doing something else while they do something else.
Yes. Backtracking our way back to Limsa?
Yeah. Because we're going back to Ul'dah. You heard the cold.
Everything always leads to Ul'dah. You think that's where all the money was?
Ah, so they bribed the developers to have everything happen in Ul'dah.
Makes sense to me.
So go in up here or wait for the...
We go in up here.
Okay.
Nope.
Like that. They need to inset that thing back a little bit more.
Zoomy zoom!
Yes.
So I was telling Ladonia earlier that I'm actually kind of looking forward to Theron and Rylea getting to Tyrell, because it'll be interesting to see how the environments look when all the poly restrictions have come off.
Or at least have been upped quite a bit.
Same restrictions as they would for PC, as opposed to trying to restrict to like a PS2 or 3 or 4.
This was never on 2. This started on 3.
Still.
And you can see the difference when they go to PS4 is the minimum.
Yes, you can. I just hope our graphics cards can take it.
Yeah.
I'm also really looking forward to the new character creator. Because they are really, from the sounds of it, reworking how character creation is done in-game and how the character models are handled in-game.
Yeah.
And it's a full ground-up rework.
Presumably the creator part will get previewed in the benchmarker.
Yeah, we have not seen the benchmarker yet.
I was about to ask about that, because we're getting kind of close. Usually they'd have a benchmarker.
They'll probably drop the benchmarker when they do the press tour.
And when is that?
Coming up, though, there's supposed to be like a live letter tonight, I believe.
Well, I know there's one
starting at
soon.
like midnight.
I have no idea when.
I think it's tonight at midnight.
And I do hope that they can manage a decent translation of the RPG part. I want to hear how that's coming along.
Sorry if we get a weird sound. Okay, according to YouTube, the live letter is in 4 days, start on the 12th, starting at 9 p.m.
Okay. On the 12th. Quick look here. So that's Friday, which would be a normal day for them to be doing it on.
Yeah. Follow me. We can cut through this way.
Okay, fine. That way.
Yes, I will. But yeah, the media tour and press tour are supposed to be coming up soon. And that's when they'll drop all the info on the job.
Right.
And all the changes to the jobs. So that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Though I still to this day find it hilarious that one of the new skills for Endwalker that Scholars got was this combo shield and really fast AoE run for everybody in combat.
That's a shield too?
Yes, it's damage reduction.
Boy, I really
shield.
need to start using it.
Yeah, it's actually godly, and the run is actually faster than Petion.
Peltion?
Yeah.
Or Peloton?
And when it originally previewed, everyone is... Okay, well, we'll deal with the walleye first, then I'll continue my thought. Nadonia. Zala Nahal has been standing there, silently fuming, for quite some time now. What has transpired?
Well, these guys attacked my kobold friend, and I blew them up.
So, it was indeed Waldef that stole the Book of Thal, and he has been studying the magics inscribed therein. But did they truly not a single defiant survive? I somehow doubt that you're fully responsible for...
There's only 2 of them. I care not for your doubts. I explicitly told you not to interfere in my investigation. If nothing else, this shows the bloody outcome of a battle between opposing black mages. Okay. I might own up to that one. Fighting destructive power with more destructive power. Such thinking that led to the War of the Magi. I'm sure I needn't remind you of the outcome of that war. I strongly recommend you give some thought to just how terrible a force you toy with. Every time I scream explosion.
And yet you scream explosion again.
Because I have given thought to it.
Uh-huh. The War of the Magi. I suppose I cannot blame him for seizing the parallels. A war between forces commanded unimaginable destructive magic powers. But black magic is not purely to blame. It was also the violent confluence of black and white magic that ultimately led to disaster. It brought about the sixth Umbral Calamity. It is only natural that the risk of a reoccurrence of these terrible events would instill great fear. You know, I would never believe you would never be so reckless as to allow something like that to happen. Sorry, this text is so tiny on my screen. The problem lies not with black magic, but with the Defiant. I am disinclined to pay heed to Zali Nahal's words when they can run counter to those of Daza, who witnessed the battlefield firsthand. I find it hard to believe that you would lose control with your powers. There must be some other explanation for the death of those mages. It also seems that Dave is gathering something of a following. To better oppose the growing menace, I shall teach you a new spell I recently deciphered from the Book of Nald. Remember, Ladonia, black magic is not the thing to be feared. As a true black mage, you have the power to control it. I believe in you.
Sharp cast. Ah, yes. Something else I hardly ever use.
It's part of my standard rotation. So that I can extend my rotation and continue screaming fire and explosion.
Now, where did they put it on my bar?
Number 2. Second bar.
There it is.
Dunk.
Black Squawk down. Ow. Well, I has received another letter.
Oh yeah, I received another letter.
I know, the narrator just said that.
Danger! Please help! Me hide in Alder Springs. Tell Ladonia. Dozel.
For a moment I thought it said lol.
That's all it says. Handwriting is barely legible.
Yeah.
It doubtless goes without saying, but Dozel Melek is in need of our help. I shall have to tell Zali Nahal about this. Do not dwell on his previous outbursts. I know you have full control of your powers. Use this opportunity to show the man the true cunning and finesse that his black mage can bring to the fight. Enough talk. Hurry to Alder Springs and save Dozel Melek.
Yes. Let's see, so that would be... Okay. Yeah, near Folkward Flew.
And up we go. No, what I was saying about Scholar is the run and the shield are really uber. They're actually faster than Peltion. But when they first previewed them,
Yeah.
We're going the long way again, aren't we?
Maybe?
Everyone was dissing it so hard.
Yeah.
People were trying to convince them you're dissing it too hard. This might actually be something useful. And then they got into the raid scene and suddenly, oh man, it was godly. And people are like, this is the best thing ever! Yeah, I don't nearly use it enough, but then again, I don't play Scholar enough at the super high level.
Yeah.
I also find it interesting that, at least with me, I tend to want to heal a Scholar late in the cycle for FF. It's not what I want to start with, but towards about this time during an expansion cycle, that's when I really start scholaring it up, and I'm like, this is great, why do I never play this? And then the next expansion hits, I play something else, and I never get back to Scholar until the end of the expansion cycle. To answer your question, Doodles, when they do the media tour, it's for all jobs and classes, not just the new ones. Because there's always going to be job changes and rebalancing every time there's a new expansion. That's just the way the game works.
Have they said anything? I guess you've mentioned... Is there anything that's getting a major rewrite?
They've kind of grumbled about something with Paladin, and I'm like, why? Paladin's actually in a really nice place right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there.
Am I going to the... I'm going to the Ultimate Pallid.
Yes, you don't want to go
Why am
there.
I going to the Ultimate Pallid?
I don't know. Why are you going to the Ultimate Ballad?
Why is it on my map?
Because we still have yet to do it. And we won't probably until, towards the end of this expansion.
I was thinking this was looking wrong, but it's where things were pointing me...
No, head to
I'm
Mordona.
lost.
Head to Mordona. We got this. So yeah, now head north. North.
This is
There
north.
we go. Well, you're gonna hit the zone boundary.
Yeah, this is practically west.
Now you can turn north. Yeah, they'll talk about all the job changes. They've kind of grumbled about Paladin, which I think Paladin's actually in a pretty good place right now, but apparently I'm the only one who thinks that. I would not be surprised if there was another rework of Monk, because there's always a rework of Monk.
Right. What's the current opinion on Machinist? Because I know, as of the start of the expansion cycle, Machinist was considered to be too far down on DPS.
Yeah, at the start, once it hit top level, you could really feel the DPS just get sucked out of them. And that's just as the leveling experience. Now, they've reworked it a little, and it made all the difference in the world.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in a good place, but it's in a decent place.
Okay.
Currently. They constantly rework Bard.
Yes, they do.
I would not be surprised. Oh, I think Dragoon is getting a rework.
Oh dear.
Not because they think it's bad or that it needs to go someplace. The problem is they feel it's a dead end and there's not much more they can do with it.
Okay.
So they kind of need to open it up so they have room to grow in for the next expansion cycle. And of course, we've got Viper coming in. We've got Pictomancer coming in. And we have a new limited job coming in.
That's right. Geomancer?
No! Beastmaster!
Ah. Excuse me.
I think you got this. Those guys look derpy. You can do it. I'll cheer you on.
Thank you. Cheer on my tab target too. It's like my biggest opponent.
Have some advent cakes.
There. Now they're dead and they don't know it yet.
Nope, not standing there. There. All done. But yeah, they have stated that they are going to continue supporting Blue Mage.
Mm-hmm. Hold up. Thank you,
right.
Ladonia. Save those
Actually,
life
that's mine. That's a she. No, I'm not joking. Dozel is a she.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ladonia. Saved Dozel's life, you have. Kazakh-chan tried to warn Dozel. Dozel panicked. Tried to flee. But get caught. Dozel did. Squawk! Somehow knew if Dozel was exiled from tribe. These mages did. So into the forest, they chased Dozel. Squawk! Finally, they surround Dozel. Offer a friendship at first, but rejected. Dozel did. They said if Dozel is not friend, then Dozel enemy. But save Dozel you did. Many thanks.
No problem. Gods, I was too late again. You've already cut your swath of reckless destruction. What did you plan to achieve? How many more lives must you end before you realize how fruitless this is? Wait, these wounds, they're unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like they were incinerated from the inside. Dunya, is this perhaps not your doing after all?
I don't know. All she does is yell explosion. Of what does this man speak? Persuade Dozel for a long time, these men did. Tried to kill Dozel, Squawk. Explain, who are they? What did they want? Dozel understands now. Squawk! Read the Book of Thal, they did. Learned of mother of Dozel. Learned of her secrets. Dozel's secrets. Made clear their pursuit is. But these ones, perhaps Dozel has explanation. These men did not have gem of Shatoto. Squawk! Dozel think that's why they died.
Casting black magic without a soul stone. Gem of Shatoto? Whatever are you talking about?
Gem is proof that Ladonia is true black mage. Gem brings with magic power, but without Gem of Shatoto, impossible to control. The most powerful black magic is Squawk. Control these mages did. Aether within their own bodies ignited, burned alive from the inside. Painful way to die, it is.
So, these defiant mages fell victim to their own arrogance, using dark magics that far outstripped their ability to control them. So, Ladonia isn't at fault.
The answer you seek, Dozel hopes you find. But Dozel cannot stay here. Dozel must leave. Thank you, Ladonia. Dozel owes you debt of life. Squawk! One day, Guzzle will repay.
I'll hold you to that. So these men were slain not by your hand, but by their own use of powers they couldn't control. But please understand that the fact that you can control your powers does nothing to resolve the issue at hand. You should return to Lalai and explain to her what happened here. Please accept my apologies for my earlier accusations. So, back to Ul'dah. Which way do you think?
Here, I usually take Mardona route, but it's up to you. Depends on what scenery you want to see.
Something other than pointy roots in my face.
But yes, we're getting Beastmaster, and they'll probably go into that.
Yeah.
During the media tour. The live letter, they're going more into the graphics update and the character update.
And apparently we'll say something about the RPG.
Apparently they're going to have a separate section just for a playthrough of the tabletop RPG.
Nice.
Which the translators are going, apparently we're getting floods of requests to translate this, but none of us know anything about tabletop RPGs, so,
Philistines. Nope, that's the wrong branch.
You need some flying taxi practice.
Lucy is as ditzy as we are. She is a blonde.
We need to... Oh, yes. We need to be able to summon her and a doorbell goes off. Ding dong!
Yes, yes. Ooh.
Apparently, there's going to be more Fairy Tail!
Ah!
The 100-year quest!
Okay then. Vulpix will be happy.
Yes.
She'll be all fired up.
Yes. I'm glad Fairy Tail ended up rounding itself off to be its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It apparently had a bit of a troubled start.
Oh dear. How so?
Well, a lot of people were complaining on how similar it was to Naruto at the time.
Okay.
Especially in the concept behind the main character.
Okay.
But it eventually branched out and got its own wings. I think part of it is that the publisher was wanting a Naruto clone and the artist had different ideas.
Hmm.
And of course, we're still waiting on more Eden Zero.
Yes. That has been fun.
The main thing I'm a little bummed out with Fairy Tail is that, of course, now it's all on Crunchyroll after the big Funimation Crunchyroll merger.
Yeah.
Is Funimation took down all the OAVs.
Hmm.
So that it was a reason to buy the box sets.
Right.
And the OAVs were actually kind of important because they had some really interesting character things there.
Right.
That you didn't get any other way. But they've done that with several series. They did that with Utori Ramono, too. Which is sad, because I don't think I've ever seen the OAVs that went with the second and third series.
Okay.
Maybe that's something we'll have to go pirate for. I'd rather not if I don't have to.
Well, if it's available for sale.
Well, that's the question. Is it now?
Yeah.
Not after the merger and the rights kerfuffle it's currently under.
There is that. Okay.
Adonia, was Dozel Melik unharmed?
Didn't send you a single feather on him.
I see. Well, if nothing else, it seems that Zalanel no longer doubts your innocence. But the Defiant were immolated from within? If Dozel Melik's conjecture is accurate, the cult situation becomes quite clear. But I hardly need to explain that to you, do I?
But if you were to explain it to me?
Remember, she's a ditz! A ditz with the power of explosion! I suppose for one whom these powers come as second nature, some things are not as easily noticed. Defiant's numbers cannot continue to grow indefinitely. They will have difficulty swelling their ranks when they cannot use their power without risk of horrifying death by immolation.
I'm kind of amazed they got as far as they did.
Yeah. Thus they strive to control the dark arts, while showing themselves only to the Beastmen friends in hopes that they might reveal the secret to controlling these magics. Unfortunately, we have prevented them from learning anything. With these avenues now lost to him, Waldev must realize that he's running out of options. Though we lack the leads to track them down, the Defiant in their position becomes weaker the longer that we wait. They soon will be forced to take action. There's no need to rush. We simply need to wait the enemy out.
Enochian.
So you can be Eno-chan? Or Emo-chan?
I'll be avoiding being Emo-chan. But it will happen.
Yeah.
Into every life, some Emo-chan must fall.
Yes.
Destruction in the name of justice. Lalai has received an unexpected request.
Plutonia, I just received word from Zala Nala, and he'd like to speak with us. Apparently, he has secured lodgings at the Hourglass and is awaiting us at the Quicksand. We should head there now. I wonder what he could want.
A good chai tea?
Chai tea? Chai tea?
Yeah!
You do realize chai means tea! Do you like tea? Would you like some cream with your coffee?
Please!
Okay. I don't know in British English, but in American English, chai tea effectively means Indian style tea, as opposed to English style tea. But it's one of those subtle things that tend to get lost in translation, and because it's a muddied translation. Ooh, Cinny.
Fancy. Thank you for coming so quickly, Ladonia. I have something to ask of you. Some time ago, the Conjurers Guild contacted the various cities of the realm, entreating assistance in the search for, and capture of, Waldev. It seems that this finally paid off. They just received a missive from the Temple Knights of Ishgard. The Defiant have been sighted at the Holy See. The cult has been trying to garner popular support to there. They've been offering what they claim is the power to defeat the Dravanians to anyone who will listen. Admittedly, you'd get a lot of people listening there.
Yes.
I hear that you have made something of a name for yourself among the high houses of Ishgard. I, however, know next to nothing about their lands. Please, Ladonia, would you lend me your assistance in tracking down this evil cult and bringing them to justice? Yes, before they immolate themselves.
Zala, you have made no effort to conceal your disapproval of we black magics and our ways. We are to understand that you now come to accept us?
That I have. The Temple Knights who provided us with this intelligence are stationed at the Ark of the Worthy within the city of Ishgard. They will be waiting for us there.
Much though I would like to believe that he has changed his heart, men are not wont to change so simply. One does not live one's whole life hating black magic only to change one's mind over the explanation of a single mage. I know not what this man is plotting, but I suggest you keep a close eye on him.
As long as he is plotting Waldev not getting any more self-immolating followers, I think I'm happy.
Yeah, pin numbers, that's a good one. ATM machine, that's another.
Which is one of the ones that Into the Spider-Verse picked on a few times.
Yes. Along with chai tea.
Yeah. Those were the two they picked on. Oh, there you are.
There's a few others. A lot
There's
of
a few others, but those are the two that Into the Spider-Verse in particular was picking on.
Yeah, apparently I ran across a thing by a linguist talking about why cattle and cows make beef, but chicken is chicken, and fish is fish. And a lot of it came down to English being spoken at the time. You're heading the wrong way again.
Dang it.
Stop going towards the ultimate ballad!
No. I'm trying to...
I know! It's like this
No, it's not that. It's just trying to figure out this zone.
Bonk, bonk.
It does not line up the way it should.
A lot of the lords from the French conquest.
Yeah, a lot of the names of the
Ate
meats
certain
come
foods.
from French.
and a lot of the peasants ate other food, and that affected what we call them in English.
Yep. There's a scene towards the beginning of Ivanhoe that actually goes into it.
Why am I not surprised?
Where one of the characters is kind of having fun with all the naming.
I found that kind of interesting. It's like, oh, we call beef beef and pork pork because that was what the rich people ate, and they were speaking French. This makes sense.
Okay, let's see here.
You can do it.
Why are they trying to always point me off to somewhere else? You're making the navigation worse.
No, we're passing.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, sheep, mutton.
Yep.
That's another good example.
That was one of the primary ones in Ivanhoe, the guy who's talking about. The
I got
peasants
spat on
raise
by a
sheep,
mud
and when it hits the Lord's table, it suddenly transforms into mutton.
Yes.
Ivanhoe is actually a pretty good novel, but boy, Sir Walter Scott was like going down the list of here's all the things you think of in the Middle Ages and checking them off.
But it's considered a classic for a reason.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's been like 2 classic movies, and then A&E did a production, and I think there might have been a 4th production after that, which should be another movie. Okay, Eorzea, you won't get away this time, old Eve. And well-built Temple Knight. You must be the investigators from Gridania. It's about time. Someone needs to do something about that blasphemous cult. They were ranting on and on to anyone who'd listen, offering the power to defeat the Dravanians. We Ashgardians have our own way of fighting. We told them as much quite plainly, but it made no difference. They continued their proselytizing. Obviously, such blasphemy could not be allowed to stand. We Temple Knights made our move, but they managed to get away. It hardly mattered to us at the time. They were no longer spreading their lies here, but they reappeared, this time at the Convictory in the Western Highlands. Most convictors would do anything to earn honor and glory through the slaying of a powerful dragon. They're young and full of spirit, and naive. I fear that some among them may be deceived, seduced by promises of easy power. Gullible fools. Well, our destination is clear. To the Convictory.
Victory! You do know where the Convictory is.
Well, off in the Western Highlands, I know that much. one quest marker I have here is actually for the right quest. We're going to have to do something about these other quests.
Off without me! Meanie.
Sorry, Lucy was eager. She knows the sooner this is done, the sooner she can get out of this cold.
Fair enough. Yeah, one of the things with the fanfic I'm working on right now is I'm having to juggle between two different distinct languages. And sometimes people can speak them, and sometimes they can't.
At least you aren't inventing all new languages.
No.
Multiples.
Yeah, no.
And
no,
remember, right now I'm reading some Tolkien.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not doing the Tolkien thing.
Because Amazon has a Tolkien reading day. There's probably something outside of that, but they partake in it. So all of his books are cheaper for that day. So I got the part 1 of the Book of Lost Tales. There's no obvious sign of the Defiant here. We should split up and question the soldiers.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to go sit over by the fire and warm my little bun.
You do that. I think I know who you're talking about. I told them I wasn't interested. Ancient spells are no match for a good spear at your side. No, that is a sepulcher. Good. You're going on about the Defiant too? Well, they spent a while shouting about how they'd share ultimate power with any who join them. Then they left. Apparently they've set up camp over near the Swift Run River. What's the story with that lot anyway? Some Makode chap was asking the same thing a few minutes ago. Told him what I told you and he ran off in a right hurry.
Oh no.
And where's her? Ah.
I think he ditched us.
Those crazy mages. Spent years studying the art of dragon slaying. I don't need some magical help from weird outsiders. Made sure to tell them as much. Ah! Ishgard isolationism to the rescue.
Well, yeah, it is Ishgard after all.
Come
I
on.
have to leave the fire. Hey, I have to leave the fire. It's
If I
cold
have to,
out
you
here.
have to.
Yeah, but you've got warm clothes on. These are not warm clothes.
You might have a point there.
Look, I have a belly button.
Wait, that's down? Ah. Okay, right. Fire! Maybe you should have stayed at the fire. It's not me, or it's not you. It's Square.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind, but, I'm going back to Falcon's Nest, where it's warm, and I can have a beer.
Beer.
And maybe some stew.
Really? You guys are in such a hurry to get yourselves killed by yourselves.
Come on, peeps, just a little farther. Poppy flap. Oh yeah, right here. Fire. Hope you don't mind me sitting here. Yeah. Oh, I want to sit this way. Well, at least my buns are getting warm.
And that's all that's important.
Mm-hmm. These guys are just exploding, aren't they?
Watch out, there's more of them. Not exploding enough.
Don't forget your relay lines.
Nope. I've got bigger problems. Ah, you stupid. Yeah. That's one planar fish down.
I see Ladonia eats those AoEs for breakfast.
Darn straight. There. Or not. Really? And nothing else was in range. Yeah.
That's a lot of AoEs. Remember, stand in higher DPS. Stand in fire, DPS higher.
Darn straight.
That's actually kind of BS, but yeah, people still say it.
You stop.
Don't wanna.
Apparently not. There.
Duty complete.
Well, that was a good workout. One way to keep myself warm in this weather.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you must be thinking. I entreated your help only to run off on my own. Don't worry, we all do that. But you know what happens when you get involved. You saw it happen just now. They have no choice but to fight back with all their strength. And when they do so, they lose control of their power and they burn. Nobody deserves to die like that. So I went to confront them alone. And how did that work out for you? I'm a fool. My healing magic is no match for the destructive power they wield. We can work together, or I could just try swapping between black mage and white mage in combat. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Don't look at me. I'm enjoying the warmth of a fire.
You're right. What did I expect to achieve, challenging them without any help at all? Had we fought together, things would have turned out differently. You taking down the mages in a flash of black magic, me nullifying their every attack with my healing spells. I truly was a fool to assume all black magic was evil. I should have seen that such power can be harnessed safely, just as it is by you. I apologize. We have lost our only lead, and this time it is clearly my fault. Please pass on my apologies to Lalai. My actions were unbefitting of a representative of the Seedseer Council. I shall take my leave. I need to reflect on my actions. I assume this is like the 58 quest.
I don't remember.
One thing that is definitely...
Wrong way.
Sure. I've got this big rock to go around as part of the problem.
Yeah, because that's a convictory.
Yeah? Didn't you go back here?
No.
I was coming to pick you up!
Nest.
I figured you headed towards the closest fire.
I went to the convictory where it's warm and they have beer and stew and more beer and some wine too. Ooh, mulled wine.
I'll give you some wine. Why aren't you here?
I'd say sorry, but I'm not. I'm not sorry, not in the least. Warm fire, mulled wine, stew. Yeah. You're gonna make me come out in the cold, aren't you?
Maybe.
Fine.
Hi, stranger who I've never seen before. Oh! Now I know you.
Gee, thanks! What a lovely sister I have!
I don't know anybody who's not in my party.
I'm in your FC, does that count?
Maybe. It's not like I ever check who's in it. Because I know almost nobody is. And the people other than you and me who are in it, I've never met.
I feel bad. We're not going to get to the holiday this week.
I know.
But that's okay. We'll get to it next week. We do have like a month.
Yeah.
Practically, so.
It is not being a short holiday. So you get to title next week's episode this time for sure.
Yes. Right now, the current in-game holiday event is the FF14 FF16 crossover.
Yes.
Because the producer from 16 was finally able to catch Yoshi P and track him down and get them in the same room to sign all the paperwork documentation that was needed to make this event happen.
Mm-hmm. I really wish they'd continued that in the quest. It would have been hilarious.
Your eyes should be rolling pretty mightily right now. He still is doing that joke about
which is part of why I'm surprised they didn't do it during the quest.
They probably couldn't get translated.
It would have been easy.
So, does that mean that if Yoshi P is the Wandering Minstrel, does it mean the producer of 16 is the Minstreling Wanderer?
Maybe. You may never know.
Might be faster to go through Mordona.
Yeah. That's right. 2 exits down here.
Yes.
There it is.
But that joke never gets old.
No, it doesn't.
Done it even in press releases where he refers to the other person as someone third party. It's like hilarious. And it's a joke that translates.
Yes. Well, it's not like a pun or something.
Yeah.
Which is the main problem with a lot of Japanese humor, is they love their puns, and that is extremely language dependent.
Yeah, apparently one of the ones that a lot of other cultures don't get that English does is sarcasm.
Yeah, Japanese has a problem with that. Actually, I don't know how many languages don't. I have a feeling most do. The problem is...
there's always some form of sarcasm. It's just English is just rife with it.
Yeah, well, the real problem, of course, is sarcasm tends to work a lot off of intonation and such. You make it obvious that, the context of what you're saying does not match the literal of what you're saying. And the problem is, Chinese is a tonal language, so you can't do things like that. Japanese is not a tonal language, but because they've had so much influence from China over the millennia, they tend to act like it's a tonal language. This actually causes problems with songs and such on occasion.
I can believe that.
There was a person I knew who talked about that some. So this means that, basically the sideband of meaning that sarcasm uses is already occupied in Japanese.
Right.
It is dusty. Make sure you have your air mask and goggles on.
Mm-hmm. Sumis!
Mm-hmm.
I assume you know where you're going?
I don't know why you would.
Hello, Lalai. Ah, you're back. From Ishgard already. But where is Zalanella?
Probably reporting in.
I see. If nothing else, you have stopped more poor souls from joining that accursed cult. I can only hope the Zalinella can see it that way. The fact that the Defiant would travel so far to Ishgard in an attempt to recruit new members speaks volumes of how desperate they grow.
This is true.
Ah, Ladonia, I almost forgot. I was able to decipher the remaining spell from the Book of Nald. Thought you might not welcome an ice magic after the frigid wars of Corythus, certain you'll find it frighteningly powerful addition to your repertoire. I doubt the Defiant can hold out much longer. They will be forced to use everything they have in the next fight. They cannot risk being drawn into protracted war. We should defeat them. We can finally recover the Book of Thal and uncover the magics within.
Yeah, Blizzard 4. Yay, I start getting Umbral Hearts. Now, this is one I use a lot. This is part of my standard rotation.
Yes, it better be part of your standard rotation. Something's wrong if it isn't.
Yeah, and this is 60. The Defiant Ones. Lalai has learned the location of the Defiant's hidden base.
Adonia, your timing is impeccable. I know you were just standing there, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just moments ago, Zalinala approached me.
I was here! Where was he?
Invisible.
Apparently.
I should teach you that one at some point, shouldn't I?
Yes!
I thought as a white mage you'd know that one. Oh well. He ran up to me, all fussy and flurry, and told me he had found the Defiant's base of operations. He then departed before I could respond. It seems as he headed to the base himself, though the Defiant's forces may well be weakened, it's utterly reckless to approach them alone. It's as though he learned not from the incident at Ishgard. We should not waste time to travel to the Defiant stand. But before he left, Zalinella mentioned that it was the Burning Wall, and I should meet you there.
The Burning Wall, how appropriate.
It's burning. Burning!
It's also someplace we'll be going next week. Again.
From the top with feeling?
Maybe. If there's anything further away, I'd probably just port it at this point, but...
Yeah, one thing that's been kind of a discussion amongst fans, and I can see the argument going both ways, is Black Mage spell names. They don't follow the Final Fantasy trope, and it is only the English edition that doesn't. The Japanese edition, the French edition, the German edition, they're all Blizzard, Blizzaga.
Not sure
but
what
no,
the normal for 4 is. It's usually Fira, Fire, Fira, and Firaga, and I'm not sure what you would call Fire 4.
I think they do have one for Fire 4.
I would hope so,
but I believe they actually officially changed the meme rulebook to add a new
right.
I think it's Fire Gia. But I could be mistaken. But in English, they changed the names because they were wanting to get a lot more of a general English market and not just a Final Fantasy market, and they felt the naming would be too confusing.
Right. Though it's always been, a nice, obvious enough pattern that I don't think it would really hold anyone off. How deep are we going? Reasonably deep.
it would be interesting if they returned to that translation, but at the same time, I can understand why they haven't.
Yeah. I would prefer they'd used that, but I'm fine with them not.
I look at it as it's a subtle thing that would add, I think, a little extra lore to the world. But the same thing, by not having it there, it doesn't make the world any less complete.
Sorry. It's not you. It's Lalai.
Of course. Give me a second. Okay. Zalinella is nowhere to be seen. I fear he may have already fallen victim to the Defiant's destructive magics. We have no choice but to press on. If Zalinella intelligence was accurate, then Waldiv must be further down this road. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Make your way down the... If you find her lying in ambush, proceed with caution. Well, there they are. Excuse me, bun coming through. I have Blizzard 4!
Lalai Dark Eyes. Whether that's a title or her last name, we may never know.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a good habit to try and get back into your rotation. Rotate me, rotate me. No one gets that joke anymore. That's probably for the best. Was someone Emo-chan?
Yeah, someone was in ice when I thought I was already in fire.
Oops. And this is why Black Mage is one of the most technically difficult classes in the game.
Great cosmic DPS. Itty bitty margin of error.
Yes.
And I will beat Emo-chan by the time I'm out of this.
Definitely. Walgrave, give yourself up. Your followers are lay defeated, and you have nowhere left to run.
Humph. There's no need for me to run. The summoning ritual is complete. All shall congregate in worship of might. I may not be powerful enough to rule this world alone, but with this void sent under my control, followers will flock from across the realm to kneel before me. Really? Is this your plan?
That void gate. It's colossal. Whatever could he mean to summon? Well, Grave, stop. Whatever comes through that portal, you'll never be able to control it.
Barghest, I summon thee. Present thyself and be bound to my will.
Oh, look! A manticore. How nice.
Perhaps now it is now you who should run. Do you really think that the two of you can defeat me alone? Yes. They're not alone. Your evil plans end here, Waldheave. Well then. Gang's all here. Wait, where are you?
Zai? Where were you?
Full of a mage. You are lost to reason and shall be shown no mercy.
Prepare yourself, Squawk! Here we are, and at the end, your schemes are... Squawk!
Adonia, we are here to help. Aid, assist, help! Adonia, Lalai, forgive my late arrival. I hope I am not too late to make a difference. No, you are inconsequential. Barghest, don't just stand there. Destroy them! Who do you think you're trying to order around? No, no, not me! Them! No! Well, I guess I don't need to stop him anymore. Mr. Giant Manticore, on the other hand, a Saurian, defeated by the very creature he summoned.
And who didn't see this coming?
No one.
It comes as no surprise. He was playing with forces far beyond his reckoning.
We can discuss it later. First, let's deal with this void scent. He's a big bag of muscles. I shall see to the healing. Unleash your destructive magic something.
Don't forget your ley lines!
Yep. Now that I'm basically done winding up.
And deploy double it.
Yeah. I'm going to do something about the Fisher.
There's a kobold staring at me.
Head of Thunder.
tsunami! You're just standing there and soaking it while you cast.
Yeah, I didn't even see the ball the first time.
Healer adjust.
Yes! He should know Asuna. And it had the glowy blue bar. He could have Asuna'd it.
I think he did, eventually.
Certainly not the first time he didn't. It's gonna be one of those.
Hi. Fortunately, you are ranged.
Yes. Also frostbitten. Okay.
Never mind. You could not have arrived at a better time, though we thought you were lost to us.
Did you think I'd rushed in alone? What manner of fool do you take me for, to think that I would repeat so grave an error? Well, someone lives.
I'm going to heal you, and then I'm going to punch you.
Yes, yes.
For a moment there, I thought he might strike him.
I'm sure it's crossed his mind. But why? You are responsible for a great many deaths, and I have been tasked with bringing you to justice. I need you alive so that you may atone for your sins. I don't need you to enjoy it, however. Ladonia, Lalai, I owe you my thanks. First, I must see to Waldeve's incarceration, but once that is done, I shall return to Milvaneth's aquarium and thank you properly.
Zoomy zooms?
Not yet.
We too should return to Milvaneth's aquarium. I hate to miss something as rare as a thank you from Zalainia. But first, you should speak to our Beastman companions. This is a valuable opportunity to rekindle our relationship with them. It would be folly to waste it.
Okay, where are you?
Me? I'm sitting on a rock where you left me.
Yeah, I know. I ran quite a distance. Here we go. Get out of the idle camera.
What? I can't watch the Koblins anymore?
No.
Nope. There. Now let's go talk to your beastman buddies.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're all here. Huzzah. To all fight together again. It was a hard fight, but fun, enjoyable, satisfying, fun. Until we meet again, Ladonia. Dozel.
Quack! All killed. The evil black mages are done here, Dozel is. Dozel's debt is now repaid.
See you around.
Quack!
Kazak. It is well the man was brought to justice. I harbor no regrets. Ladonia, my friend, though we may be of different lands, the bond we share cannot be broken. I hope we can all meet again. Sadly, I don't think they bring them in any of the later Black Mage quests.
I think we do at least talk with them a little in the next set.
Yeah, actually. Stormblood, I think they do. There's the gap I'm headed for.
That is a long drop.
Mm-hmm. The longest.
Yeah, I'll figure we'll finish up the quest, get you geared out, and call it a night.
Oh, yes.
But we want to make sure you get geared, because otherwise you'll forget.
Forget what?
Gear.
Oh, there's gear? Mm.
Yes, there is gear.
What gear?
Black Mage gear.
Mm.
It's very black.
Does it cover one or both eyes?
We're Eorzea. It doesn't cover either of our eyes.
How could I be a proper black mage then?
Oh! We need to get you like an eye patch or something. Zoomy zoom.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Waldev has been placed under arrest and is awaiting sentencing by the Padgels. Ladonia, thank you for all your help. The Book of Thal was amongst his belongings. Lalai, I entrust it to your care.
Are you sure? You've made your views on black magic very clear.
Our recent battles have shown me that black magic itself is not evil. It need only be used in the right way in pursuit of the right goals. You have shown yourselves to be noble magi with pure intentions. I trust you to use the knowledge within this book wisely. That being said, I am a conjurer. Were I to witness black magic used with ill intent, I would not hesitate to take action. Even if it were you, Lilai, I would hunt you down without mercy.
Come now. Solly, can't we have any fun?
You'd do well not to forget that my order still considers your black magic forbidden. But if there were more magi like you, I hope this might become the first step towards a world in which both healing and destructive magics can meet on the battlefield, not as enemies, but as allies. Woohoo!
Fire 4! Fire 4 effect?
Back in black 2.
Woohoo! Now to get you geared.
Actually, a couple of things first.
Place Fire 4 in a better location.
Yeah. And
You're gonna need to consult Rye's
yes!
UI, aren't you?
Save. That's not bad looking.
Yeah, everything's great except the hat.
What hat? I don't
Exactly.
see any hat.
Exactly. We need to get you an eye patch. Oh, that's right. It doesn't come with a weapon. You technically earn that through Centaurio seals.
Right.
Which I don't think we're going to worry about.
Nope.
Though at some point we will need to upgrade that staff.
Yeah. It is 58, so at least it's one of the later staffs. And my overall item level is 181.
Maybe Thay and Rye need to go on a item hunting expedition. Or at least a crafting expedition.
Or crafting, yes. This table looks available.
Yes, and I shall sit. Thank you all very much for coming along. Sorry we ran slightly over, but the fact that we got it all done, I think, makes wonders. Next week, we will take a break and go do the holidays and search for the good boy.
Yes.
Because he is a good boy. He is a very, very good boy.
Yes, he is.
Even Rye likes him. That shows you how much of a good boy he is.
He's a good boy. And then it'd be your next job quest, and which one is next?
I believe we were planning on Red Mage.
Okay, yeah, it starts here, so yeah, we'll do that next.
I'll actually switch into Red Mage.
Very good. And then it would be Dragoon?
I think so.
Or is Red Mage your last one?
Red Mage is my last one.
Okay, yeah.
And then let me double check this real quick. We've got Monk, who's complete. We've got Rogue, who's complete. We've got White Mage, who's definitely complete. And we have Paladin, who's complete, because I did that one off air so you guys wouldn't have to deal with the torture.
Yep, Warrior, White Mage, and Black Mage are done. So yeah, it's basically the Holiday, Red Mage, and then finish up with Dragoon since it is so expansion appropriate, and then it's on to the finale.
Yeah, and the finale is going to be a big one.
Yeah, it is.
But we can only put it off for so long.
Yes. Probably about a month.
But that's what these girls do. They just put it off forever. We can. We will be back tomorrow night with more Utuai Ramono, Prelude to the Fallen. We just finished dealing with Nantuk. Actually, no. We've got the big epic fight in Nantuk. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. You all be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and hope to see you then.
Yeah, everyone, have a great night. Hope to see you tomorrow for epicness.